morning, everyone. I'm Marilena Tarantino from POLI.design. It is my pleasure to welcome you today to the first day of our Open Day event. From today until Thursday, June 20, you will have the opportunity to explore our specializing master programs, comprising over 25 courses renowned for their emphasis on design expertise. By joining POLI.design, you will become part of Politecnico Design System, a premier hub for research and education, ranked first in Italy and the European Union for arts and design, according to the QS ranking 2024. Enjoy the open day. So let's start with the first presentation of the Specializing Master in Design for Transition. Don't forget to write your question in the dedicated chat box for the Q&A session. Let me introduce the speakers for today's presentation. Valentina Rognoli, Scientific Director of the Master, and Sofia Duarte, Didactic Coordinator of the Master. Before leaving the floor to the faculty, I would like to introduce POLI.design new positioning. The claim "Unlock Your Design Energy" means our commitment to recognizing and promote the unique potential and differences of each student. We aim to nurture personal aptitudes and inclination, offering a supportive environment that empowers students to become professionals ready to assume leadership roles and tackle complex challenges. Each specializing master, of course, will unlock a distinct energy. So I will now leave the floor to the faculty for providing more details.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. I'm Valentina Rognoli, Associate Professor of Materials Design here in POLIME, and I'm here to present you designing for a transition master. Let's start with this slide where, just to repeat our slogan, that is "Unlock Your Design Energy." And we have chosen this slogan because we want to emphasize the potential of creativity that is needed today more than ever to address the environmental challenges of our time. The Master in Designing for Transition wants to prepare the candidates to become a pioneer of change, equipping them with the skills and tools to develop solutions for sustainable, circular, and regenerative future. Our curriculum combines theory and practice. This is important to say, because we want to focus on the integration of eco-design, circularity, and regenerative solution into the practice of the design process. So we need the theoretical part and practice. The candidates will learn to assess the environmental impact of their design choices and adopt strategies to assess the environmental impact, adopt strategies that respect and enhance the ecosystem. We want the participant to develop the critical awareness of environmental issue. This is a very big result that we want to reach. It is possible to reach the result by exploring new design approaches that promote not only sustainability but also regeneration. That is a keyword in our master. This program also promotes the role of the designer in creating value not only for user but also for society and environment, because we want to use an approach that we can call other than human approach that is characterized to be a systemic and inclusive approach. It wants to contribute to transitioning to a more responsible model of production and consumption, as we know is that we require in our time today. What characterizes this master is also the strong belief that we have in interdisciplinarity approach. We want to combine together disciplines with the humanistic and scientific approach with more, of course, creative, as design is, discipline. So to get this interdisciplinary approach. of course, we considered also the systemic design, and for this reason, in our master will be involved materials, so from materials to shape, from packaging to communication, so in a systemic view. Considering the evident environmental crisis and taking into account the human responsibility in climate change, and we all experiences this climate change, also because I'm Swedish, so I'm hot. This is also cause for the climate change. We decided to develop this master program to focus design education on these important issues. Designing for transition in this context means contributing through good design to the creation of better solutions to address climate change, biodiversity loss, irreversible damage to ecosystem, soil and resources depletion, and exponential growth of waste. All of these are issues that design can contribute to improve, to solve, to give to our planets more regenerative solution. Here you can see the faculty was already presented. I want to invite you to go to the website that where you can find an updated version of the faculty, and also you can see and you can experience the fact that we put it together different professor and experts and different professional figures with a very different background to succeed to get this interdisciplinary approach. So the goals. The aim of the master is to help participants develop a systematic knowledge and realize that as a human, while we are part of the problem, we can also be helped to be involved in the solution as a designer, of course. So as a designer, we are humans, so we are part of the problem, as I already explained before, but also as a designer, we can be participate, we can be involved in finding the right solution to find a solution for this environmental problem. For that reason, the program emphasizes that designing for sustainability involves not only project strategy, but also understanding of legislative framework that regulates aspect of eco-design in Italy, in Europe. Participants will learn about new material and explore the dynamics of advanced model of the relationship between design, sustainability, and the production system. The master's program aims to train professionals with fundamental competencies in sustainable development, circular economy, regenerative framework, and effective communication of environmental outcomes. It focuses on the protection of the environment, the future of the society, and the quality of life of all of living beings, including non-human actors. So we, as a designer, we have to put our attention not only in a user, so not only using a user-centered design, but also other than human design approach. This is one of the pillars of this master. And here there are some concrete details that can be useful for you to know. The program will start in November 2024 and will end in December 2025. The course is a 60 credits program, and of course the teaching includes lesson, testimonial, stories, case studies, company visit, and design exercise, and also a curricular internship that is composed by 500 hours.
Well, the training modules that these master have are 7, include and 8 with including the training, and we have fundamentals that are going to be around environmental problems, multidisciplinarity, diverse, and the history of concepts like sustainability, ecology, green, like from where all these begin. Bioeconomy, industrial ecology. So we have a bunch of different concepts that are part of the fundamental knowledge of these masters. Then we have legislation that is quite important now because we have a lot of new normatives and how everything is changing, not just in Italian, but also in Europe. We are going to have approaches and strategies for designing for environmental sustainability, circularity, and regeneration. Like we are going to deep in circular design, eco-design strategies, also design for life cycle, the 9R frameworks, designing for behavioral change, and so on. The fourth module is around life cycle assessment. As Professor said before, we are really interested in understand the fundamental tools and softwares that can be used for really assess the environmental impact of products and services. And then we have a whole module of circular economy because we know that nowadays it's quite important to understand exactly how business models can work in a very different way. So concerning economic aspect and market aspects. We have a whole module of materials for the transition where students are going to not just see theoretical frameworks about materials for design and materials for transition, but also a very practical part where designers are going and students and participants are going to relate with materials through hands-on approaches. We have the communication, that is also a nice module where the students are going to deep in their understanding of how to communicate sustainable design and design for sustainability in projects, because actually I am sure that you know about the all greenwashing that is around of this project, so it's very important to deep and understand how to communicate. And as I said before, the 8th module is the curricular internship that is actually going to be together with some companies.
I want to highlight how from this explanation about the training modules is very evident how we tried to put together theory and practice, because all these modules are characterized from a combination of these two parts. So try to convey the most important theoretical concept, because as a designer we also need a very strong theoretical preparation, education, but also in a lot of these modules there will be a lot of exercise, design exercise, and workshop and practical activity.
Yeah, and it's important to say that each module is, we have decided different professors for each module, so also different practitioners, workshops in different, in each of these training modules. So you're going to have the opportunity to not just work all the time with the same professors, but it's quite of dynamic and changing. And we think this different approach can be very useful for this kind of new knowledge.
So the master programs aims to train professionals with fundamental competencies in sustainable development, circular economy, and effective communication on environmental outcomes. And then the question, what kind of professionals we want to train? The master aims to train international professionals who can find future employments in Italy and in foreign companies, in a foreign country, and also in a studio around Europe, around the world, because our reference is the global markets. Some of the expected career opportunities in product design and related sector includes R&D and sustainability specialist, designers specializing in development of eco-designed products, some product portfolio manager, because also this is important to look at all the products came from the same company, and then sustainable and specialized material designer, because you can see a very strong emphasis on materials, and material designer is a future profession that we believe will be very important in this context, and eco-design manager and art of design director with a strong competencies on design for sustainability. And here we come to the point. Why choose this master? Why you can choose this master? The master is the perfect choice for those who want to explore emerging design issues. What does it mean? People that is curious to explore topics such biomimicry, biodesign, biophilic design, and the regenerative approaches to sustainability that are all those are very groundbreaking concept. Then you can get the opportunity to experience a balanced mix, as we already said, in a balanced combination of theory, practical application, and also forward-looking speculation, because this part of speculative design is also important to imagine future design solution to improve our very poor condition in this context with a lot of environmental problems. Then you can choose this master why you want to gain in-depth understanding and in-depth knowledge of sustainable product design strategies, and the ability to assess the environmental impact. This is another important point. It is very well required by markets, so to be able to at least understand and to calculate the environmental impact of a product. And then, last but not least, gain industry insight. So learn from the real-world experience of industry expert and testimonial, because we tried to keep this master, as I already said, with a lot of theory, with a lot of practice, but also very well grounded on the real world, connected to what the industry, the productive sector is asking to design, to become. So choosing this master if you want to be part of a transformative program designed to meet an exponentially growing demand for sustainable skills. Do you want to add? Okay.
So thank you to our speaker for their presentation. To take part in the selection process by scanning the QR code, you can access to the Specializing Master webpage. Click on the Apply button and you can create your account, and then you can upload your documents. Once your account is created, you can also complete the application later. Please remember that the application will be processed in chronological order until the seats are filled. These are indeed the final deadlines to apply to the master, so please don't wait until the last moment to apply. You can also have the opportunity to take the interview on Friday 21st at 2:15 p.m. And by visiting the Specializing Master page, you have the chance to discover our promotional policy, our commitment to support your study path at POLI.design and your future. So now we can move on to the Q&A session, and I will read out the question for you.
Okay.
So first question is the master suitable only for product designers or also designers in other fields?
What we try to do is to build a program that can also be good for not only for product designer, but of course, as we used this systemic approach toward design, it's possible to get other background, not only product design.
Yes, we are sure that we create this master in order to be, I mean, it's all aligned with design and design possibilities, but it's not just like product design and the core of product design. For example, we have already been doing some interviews to candidates that are more interested, like, or come from the field of architecture or fashion design, but are interested like in supply chain or in materials. So actually we think it's quite open, because all the framework of environmental sustainability is quite strong and new for many things like normative. So yeah, we think it could be useful for all type of designers.
Thank you. We have another question. Could you give us some example of project that may be done during the master program?
But for sure, we are going to organize some project dedicated to materials. So we want to create a workshop where it's possible to design your own materials, and then understand where it's possible to apply this material following the material-driven design approach. And then we are speaking with our professionals that we are trying to involve in the faculty to create specific workshop with all the workshop, of course, will come out with a design project. One is, for example, focus on communication, so how to communicate environmental sustainability.
One of the main ideas is also can give all these strategies, and then maybe one group is going to be more focused in like the supply chain of this thing, or in the communication, or in the material. So actually we believe that as this is the first edition that we do it, we are really trying to imagine what designers can do, but we imagine that it's not just one approach, like everyone finishing with one product or service, but actually that students can kind of make an ad hoc project with their interest, but also very based on creating sustainable solutions.
Thank you. So another question, will the master program foresee some company visit or other external activities?
Well, yes, for sure. Like we are planning exactly, I cannot say dates yet because it's upcoming, but we are thinking in a lot of places that companies, even events, like we really like to students to participate. Actually here, from being in Milan, there is a lot of places that we can connect also students to visit by themselves or with us. So this is very important because we really base this education not just in books and theory, so we really need to go outside and visit with us and take consideration of what practitioners are doing exactly.
Also because our faculty is very well connected to the productive sector, so we also want from them some idea how to engage students in let's say real world visits and this kind of things.
Thank you. So it seems there are no further questions, so I would like to thank again the faculty of the Specializing Master in Designing for Transition for being here today, and stay connected to find out more about POLI.design and our services.